This is Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Season 3, Episode 52, Life or Demons and Lies. So, Stan, the old man, he is at the park and he is just reminiscing about him and Lisa's relationship. Well, not reminiscing about their relationship, reminiscing about his wife that he lost a few years back. They were best friends, had the greatest relationship, blah, blah, blah. So he just kind of wants that same type of thing with Lisa. But as we know, things ain't necessarily going too well with them, and they're trying to figure out how do they get back to, how do we meet on the same page to where, you know, um, we are emotionally involved, and of course, he will always want to be sexually involved with her. But so he's just trying to think things out, sort things out. So while he's away, Lisa's at the house like, well, I'm gonna snoop a little bit and see what he got going on. So she going through his laptop. She sees, I think he had like a lot of messages or something. Maybe it was email or something, I don't know. But she goes on Facebook and she has this idea of, how about I make a fake page and I send Stan a message and see what he does. So she makes the fake page. It's a girl. She pick up, random picture, big boobs, blonde hair, just like he like, and send a hey, how you doing text. He driving and his phone go off bing while he doing his interview for the show. And he, oh what? You can hear all this and he's trying to fumble and drive at the same time to text back and he way back. And she like, oh, see, you don't that quick, huh? So she, okay, let's see what happens. So she don't call him up in something, right? Um, Shane and Lacey, we did get them at the end, but who was before Shane and Lacey? Uh, not Becky, Puppy and Amber. So Amber done kicked Sammy to the side because he done blew up at the restaurant, and he told like he wasn't feeling that whole drink situation. He wasn't feeling that puppy situation. So ever since then, they ain't been talking. He been blowing her phone up. I guess he came over there one day, she said, and he just blew up on her. So she like, I don't want that no more. I'm done with dealing with him. He crazy. He can go there if you want to go there, but I ain't got time for that. She on probation for life, for 25 years to life. So that's all her. She slip up one time, she gone. So she just like, no, I'm gonna let it go. So Puppy comes over and she's like, for real, you done? Okay. Well, I'm going to help you. So they packing all his stuff up, put it in the bag. Like, we're going to take it somewhere. I don't know where they're about to take it, but they jump it, throw it in the back of the truck, and they pull off. Then Shane and Lacey. So, the lie detector test thing, they're preparing for it. The dude is, he got to ask her first, what's the questions that you want? And then I will take these questions and then I'll go and talk to him. And he's, she just wants to know, like, who is he thinking about, while they doing it or whatever, or why they don't want to do it. Just, all those random questions. And he adds in the man part, because remember the commercials, we heard him ask like, have you ever had any relations with a man or something like that. So we was wondering where that question came from. It didn't come from her, it came from the guy, because he said, yeah, you want to know all this type stuff. So okay, throw it on the list, fine. We'll see what the results are. It's Kristiana's wedding day, so she got her mom, her, and was it Kristiana and John. And the only thing they worried about is Tara. Like, is she gonna show up or is she not gonna show up? We don't know. They just hope that if she do, she ain't high or drunk. So we'll see what happens when they get there. Then we go to Marcelino and Brittany. They done with that argument they had at, I think, Robert's house. So they get back home, and of course Brittany want to talk about it. Like, well, let's talk about it and figure this out. And Marcelino was just kind of over it. He like, no, I don't really want to talk about it. I'm done with it. Like, I'm gonna go to bed. We'll figure it out later. Like, my energy is spent at this point. So she like, all right, fine. She smoking the cigarette, walks straight into the pool, all clothes on, everything. And she like, well, trying to just clear her mind. Here he come. And basically, on his side, he's like, look, the way you acted with the situation, like you blew up on him, y'all knocking on the door, y'all trying to break into the dang windows and everything, they calling the police. Do we have to do all that? Like, you just got out, you only been out for, is it 3 years now, 3 or 4 years now? Girl, I think she's off for probation. I think she might be off compared to everybody else. Um, So, but do we want to go back down that path? Like, is you gonna always be flipping out on people and all this type stuff? Like, for him, he used the word it scared him. So, she just like, oh, okay, I guess maybe I didn't handle it the right way. So, I'll try. We'll do better. I'll work on it because technically she ain't like that all the time. They just had a few drinks and they was just mad. Like we just talking about it and it just the more and more we was in it, we just had to go let this energy loose, and that's just what happened. So unfortunately, it is what it is. She'll calm down. They'll be fine. They lost the money. They ain't gonna get it back. So now we move on and figure it out how we're gonna either rebuild what they want to do or do something else. So Brittany takes Ray to the doctors, some little appointment she made to check on, all her organs and see if everything was okay. Basically, here is where she lets her secret out that she had an ectopic pregnancy, like some years back, which is, that's when the baby comes out on the egg, or I mean, it starts to grow inside your tube, and we always, it's not a good thing because it can kill you if you burst or whatnot. So normally a procedure is automatically go in and terminate and remove whatever it is, because sometimes it could be your whole uterus or it could just be your tubes. It just depends. But in her case, it was just one tube. So the question is, with the one that she got left, is it going to send out the eggs that she need to get pregnant? I mean, um, the doctor said basically, we'll do a little dye test. That's when you inject the little dye into whatever to see if it goes through the tube and passes through and come out. So that's how we know everything working. I would assume if she has periods or whatnot, then I'm a girl. That means it's working because the egg got to drop for that to happen. So and it's only been a couple months since y'all been trying. I don't know, but it is what it is. They'll figure it out. I'm sure it can happen. She's still young, but they're gonna do the test they need to just to make sure. Okay, and Ray wasn't even mad about it. Like, okay, fine, we'll have babies. Some will figure it out. Right? He wasn't even that mad about it. So she could have let that out a long time ago. And Puppy and Amber, well, Puppy took her to the dump, like the dumpster place, and the friend let them pick a dump, or no, he picked the dump for them and said, "Go ahead and use it, and see y'all later." Basically, they throw the bag of Sammy's stuff inside the trash can, light the lighter fluid up, and whoosh, there we go. See you later, Sammy. And she records and everything. They talk about, ooh, don't you love me? You my best friend. All right, And goodbye, Sammy. We won't need to talk to him no more. So we'll see. I don't know, Amber. He might be knocking on your door at some point. So watch out. So John, while he preparing for the wedding, he's hanging out with his native brothers, and they're doing a little sage and prayer ceremony and whatnot. And he's really nervous about Tara coming. I don't know. I must have missed. Was it a secret he had or something? Or he just nervous about being married because he's never been faithful to any of his wives that he married. So maybe he's like, well, I might just cheat on her. It might not have been with her sister, but I just might, just because it's just me. I don't know. But and what can Tara say? I mean, you already told her that y'all was about to kiss or something, and she was shying. She was, but that was about it. And she can go back and watch the show if she want to see all that. But I mean, we didn't see what happened after the show, but yeah, at least she got a little bit of proof. But he'll figure it out. They're gonna get married anyway. Then Stan. So while he's on the way, of course, he's talking to Lisa. Well, he don't know he's talking to Lisa, but he's talking to Lisa on the little Instagram, or it was a messenger, Facebook, or something like that. hooking it up. Like, yeah, we're going to go out for dinner and everything. So she like, yep, see, I don't caught him. So let's just keep on going with this lie. We're going to set up this date and everything, Yep, show up. It ain't going to be her, Stan. It's going to be Lisa. Then we go see what you going to do then, huh? Lying. So trying to make people think he a good dude. I mean, you might be a good dude, but not acting like this. And then you treating your girl like a prostitute, kind of. That's what she was trying to say. Like, you be asking, like, give me the money, or I'll give you the money, and you do what I want you to do. That's how you be treating her, right? So she not really with that no more, I guess. She just want to see what you up to, and you ain't up to no good, buddy. So then our last person is Lacey. Yep. Lacey and Shane. They doing the lie detector thing. He finished with all the questions. The man come back with the results. And it says that he failed, I think it was 3 questions. But the 2 were regarding men. Like, was he communicating with dudes or whatnot? And I guess he failed those. I don't know. Of course, Shane is upset about it. Of course, Lacey's upset about it. She had to step out and try to figure it out, talk to producers, like, I don't know, I can't, this is crazy, I don't know what to think, blah, blah, blah. Because if he hiding something, like, what is it exactly? Like, and then if it's dudes, then that's just extra crazy, right? So, he goes ahead to admit he got an OnlyFans page, which I think we all know this if you follow these people on social media. I think they both got an OnlyFans page, or it's a one page with them together. I don't know. Either way, he got one. And as we know, dudes look at dudes obviously on the Instagrams, not just girls looking at them, and they send all that questions and what whooped. And he engaged. That's what he did. It's sending messages, and he get paid for the OnlyFans. That's what it is. Like, you pay to subscribe to see them do whatever that they do, videos, pictures. I don't know. I don't got a page, but I'm assuming whatever it is, it's explicit content. We all know that much. And that's all he said. But he never met up with nobody, never hooked up with nobody, nothing like that. It's just all for the OnlyFans. And then he flips it around and says, okay, Lacey, well, what about you? Why don't you take a test, and then we'll see what you got to say and all this stuff. She's like, well, what is that? What you want to know? Here she go. Well, obviously he's talking to John still, and who knows what else he was doing. I mean, before he was talking to John, or before you had the baby, or after you, after they had the baby, because the baby's still only a couple months. So really, could she have done anything in that little bit of time? I would think not. He's too busy. So it's really him. But so we'll see. We'll get around to that. This was Life After Lockup, Love After Lockup, Season 3, WeTV.